Okay, today's randomly generated mug elements are plaid, but Christmas plaid specifically. Christmas items, which seems pretty friggin' fitting if I do say so myself, and then speech bubbles. And I immediately wanted to make like some sort of Christmas element, like talking to another one, and like maybe there was going to be a pun involved. I also just straight up wanted to have one of them just cussing at the viewer. Thought maybe that wasn't the best plan. I mean, it was a great plan, but now I don't know how many of you people are on TikTok as aggressively as I am most of the time. But there was this guy this year that had a bunch of stuff that was a little red truck hauling a Christmas tree. And I have what could be a little red truck hauling a Christmas tree. And so I think I'm gonna have a little gingerbread man saying, "Well, I'll be, that's a little red truck hauling a Christmas tree," because I think that's friggin' funny. And we love a callback to memes and stuff. I don't think I will be putting the whole quote. One, because I don't have enough room. And two, because, well, I'll be dipped in shit. While hilarious, maybe isn't the vibe. Or maybe I'll do it. I might censor it, but do it because it's funny. I am gonna do it, I think. If I can fit it into one of the speech bubbles, or maybe I'll have to use two and be like, have like a ... kind of situation, but I think it would be hilarious to have that. I think it would be so funny. And so like I'm definitely gonna give it a shot. I have a couple fairly large speech bubbles that will potentially work, and then there are more that are also on the large side, but I think they're just the same ones. Yeah, they're just the same ones filled in with text. So we're gonna go for probably this style, and then I might have to do some editing to make this work, but this is gonna be so ridiculous, and like it's gonna be very specific humor for sure. I think I might go for a bigger mug though, just to make sure I have enough room, because like this fits a little bit too perfectly. I want to make sure I have enough room, so I'm gonna grab a bigger mug. And I need to make sure the walls are straight. There we go. The walls are straight enough on this one, so I shouldn't have any issues. All right, I think I'm gonna go with these speech bubbles, this guy, and then this little gingerbread man. I haven't busted out the gingerbread man in a while, so let's get these. Everything needs to be as cut out as possible so that I can lay the plaid just over top and not have to worry about like filling any awkward gaps or having any spaces that aren't done properly. Okay, I've cut out all the elements because I didn't feel like maneuvering with the camera today, so all the elements are cut out. I cut the plaid out to the right size that I need it to be, so let's put these guys into place. Okay, the gingerbread man is gonna go on the other side, so let's put the truck in place. This is gonna be silly. Although this was one of, like, in terms of, like, silly viral things from this past year, I really enjoyed the little red truck hauling a Christmas tree. Is it a meme at that point? What makes something a meme? Did I just age myself? I mean, I'm from the generation that, like, meme culture started from, but still, what makes something meme-worthy? I would call it a meme. I regret this entire train of thought, by the way. Okay, we're gonna put him here, have a definitive place. Or do I want him here and then I can do... No, I like the idea that I had for the speech bubbles, so we're gonna put him over here. And we're just really gonna hope that I have enough space in these speech bubbles to get this whole quote in. I'm really terrible with, like, spatial awareness, particularly with, like, letters and lettering on stuff. Like, I don't know what it is. Okay, we'll put this one here. And then this one, I want down here, but I cut out the stripes so that I can fill in the gap of the spot that I cut off, because I didn't want a second little, like, speech arrow thing. Okay, and then we're gonna really sponge that color into place. Sponge this into place. I'm gonna let that dry because I don't want too much saturation to go through the plaid. At least I'm gonna let it dry most of the way. And just a little bit further in that direction. Pop the far edges down. Okay, so with shapes like this, with designs like this, I know this mug is not perfectly straight up and down. So what I like to do for patterns like this is I'll really put these far edges into place, and then what I'll do is I'll go about halfway, sponge it down, and then another chunk, and then another chunk, and like we're gonna get the creasing, but we're gonna get the creasing more evenly spaced out across the mug than we would if we tried to, like, just bend it around, because the chances these lines wouldn't come out straight if I tried to, like, just go all the way across. And then if I tamped down this side and then the other side and then tried to sponge across, you would get one big chunk where the line work was screwed up. which, like, yes, this way the line work is a little funky, but it's little bits of messed up across the board rather than super messed up in one spot. So it kind of evens itself out. It makes it, in my opinion, less noticeable. And I just found that that's the cleanest way for me to do that. Let's see if we can, so like right here, this is a little bit screwed up, but like not so much that it's super obnoxious. We got a little bit down here and a little bit in different areas, but like it's not that bad because we worked around the fact that it was going to be messed up and planned for it. My hands are shaky because I need to eat food, which works out well because I'm going to let this sucker dry and I'm going to eat food while this dries and then I'll come back to it. I'm definitely going to have to, nice, that worked out well. I'm going to have to clean up this inside of these because we got that bleed through, which the transfer paper for the speech bubbles and the gingerbread man I think are a little bit thinner than normal, so it allows bleed through pretty easily, but like that just means I have to go back and clean it a little bit. And then we've got our little red truck hauling a Christmas tree. Do not comment on whatever the heck accent was coming out of my face. We got our little red truck. All right, we're gonna let that dry. I'll come back, we'll do the lettering, it'll be great. I'm worried that I'm gonna fuck this up, but like there's only one way of going into this and it's just going for it, so. Good stuff. And this design would not be complete if we didn't actually made our little red truck red. So we're gonna add just a little bit of pudding skin. We're just gonna add a little bit of red detailing. We're not gonna try to go like super opaque with the color or anything. We're just gonna add like little streaks of it just to be like, yeah, that's a red truck. My red underglaze smells terrible. Yeah, we're just kind of making, like I said, just some details to be like, yeah, this is red. This is definitely a red truck. Also, it's been at least an hour since I decided that this was my idea, and the phrase has not stopped playing on a loop in my head. It will not leave, and honestly, I'm not mad about it. There are worse silly nonsense things to have stuck in your head, I suppose, than a wholesome man exclaiming about a truck. I do wish my handwriting were better in the speech bubbles, but we are dealt the hand we are dealt, and we deal with it from there. And what I've been dealt with is not the best handwriting in the world, so. Let's do this little section. Spot up here. Learning to love these like more casual brush strokes has been a process for me, but I'm so glad that I'm getting used to it and starting to really like it, because I feel like my work has benefited in such a lovely way from just being more loosey-goosey about some things. And I just want one little stripe, but also the taillights. Gotta have the taillights. Yeah, that, my friends, is a little red truck hauling a Christmas tree. So there we go. What do you guys think?